Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Brian Locke and welcome to Making Monday. Um, the day that I do my live streams. I think that's all that makes it Making Monday. You might hear some background noise. That's because I have my window open because it is pretty warm in Ireland. Has been for the last few days. You might also notice that my face is kind of shiny. That is from sun lotion. And you may also notice that I have a burnt patch on my neck where I missed with sun lotion. So yeah. And yeah, so new addition to the stream is this. I want to point over there because that's where it is, that direction. You can see there we've got a little webcam setup. That was my one that I bought off CEX for 50 cent. Well, it was 50 cent plus 150 postage or something, so it was €2 delivered. You can see there that Mike just drew on it and a pixel lit up. So there's a Twitch bot running on my PC and it's sending commands to the screen via WebSockets every time you draw on stuff. So yeah, the command, I have it hidden from this chat just because I thought it'd look a little bit messy, especially if you're watching back on this on YouTube or whatever. So the command is !draw or !draw space the X coordinate space the Y coordinate space the color. So it just supports red, blue, green, yellow, purple, light blue, black, and white, I think are the ones I picked. But yeah, so yeah, that was just something I did on this stream on Saturday, and I said, wouldn't it be nice to just add it to rotation, I guess. I don't know, add it to the thing. I don't know, something different, I guess. It's a little bit flickery. I think you broke it. You did. Congratulations. Gavin, how did you break it? You sent 6432. I thought I tested that. Oh, well, isn't that fun? Okay, let me just power cycle it. Okay, why don't we, the first thing we do is make it so Gavin can't broke it anymore, break it anymore. Okay, so when you send me the command, right, if converted color is true, let's first check. If X is greater than 60, let's make it greater than or equal to 64. I thought I tested this on Saturday, but obviously I didn't test it good enough. Greater than or equal to 32. Let's just send a bot say out of bounds. Out of bounds, max X equals 63, max Y equals 31. So I think it's the Y value that kicked it out of bounds. I think I might have only tried the X. So maybe that's what the problem is. It's 0 to 63. So it's 0 index. Okay, we should be good to go now. Gonna just try what you tried, 64, 32 purple. It should give out to me. Out of bounds. Oops, he's still he responds down there, so let's try draw. Oops. Draw 63, 31 purple. No, maybe purple is the problem. No, it should support purple, but no, what's going on here? Draw 60. I don't know, some of them worked. 16. No, it seems to be reset again. Okay. Obviously this was flaky, but that's fine. We'll fix it up some other time. 16, 8, red. Okay, so it's working again. Let me just quickly draw on it to give it instructions. What do we want here? 255 0 0. So E G I have all the power, but I really should implement like writing text. Yeah, so this is just a web interface that I think, did we also make this on a stream? We did, yeah. Yeah, we made on a stream, and it works with the same WebSockets. Oops, I should have way more space between them. It works with the same WebSockets as the Twitch bot, so yeah. No, that's okay. Maybe just don't try purple. Maybe purple is the problem. Maybe there's a bad conversion in the purple or something. So nobody do purple. Twitch draw. Right, so oh, there, we're good. Now, what a somebody's just gonna go and do purple, aren't they? Actually, I can just disable purple for the minute. No idea what's wrong with it, but it seems like purple is not doing good. We've taken purple out of rotation until further notice. Yeah, hey, so let me read through the chat because I've been very distracted for the last few minutes. So hey Michael, hey Senior Jiggy. I'm not sure if I've seen you before, Senior Jiggy, so welcome to the channel. Hey Gavin, hey Mike, Greg, Peter, how's it going? And I think that's everybody. Yeah, so what we are going to do today, other than talk about my terrible, terribly broken thing, no, I'm not. Come back. Come back. Psych you, I'm not. I'm not doing it at all. I broke my draw bot thing, or no, it was actually Gavin that broke it. No, it's just flaky, and I was just fixing that. But no, today's one is, well, I guess it is. It's program-y, but it's not. It's not just going to be pure programming. Oh, I was wondering why the lights looked so weird. I didn't have one of them on, and this one's on way too bright. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're going to add a clock to this. This is the project. Let me plug it in. That if it's still all connected up, it is. Yep. Yeah. So this is what I'm calling the way home meter. Where I share my live location using Telegram that to the ESP32, and then the ESP32 sends that location data, so that comes as a coordinate. Why can't I say, yeah, geo coordinate? Sure. Longitude and latitude. And sends that to Google Maps and gets a live estimation for how long it'll take before I'm home. So it'll display that on this display here. Oops, this is not on, or this shouldn't be on autofocus. 1 second. As I said, it's really warm in Ireland today, so I got my drink. Let's turn off auto white balance and turn off auto exposure and autofocus. Okay, cool. Need 1 pixel space between some of those chars. I didn't do anything with that. That's actually just the library. So I might need to find a better library. But yeah, there's definitely squishy letters here, like E. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, and I guess no. The problem is after something wide, like an M or a W, it seems to squish it. No, it's not the persistence at all. It's definitely, there's no gap between the M and the E. So yeah. Yeah, so that's a servo you can hook to RC card. Yeah, it's not a continuous rotation servo. My shadows are really off. There we go. It's a bit better. Let me just move it over this way too. Meter. Yeah. That's another problem too. But yeah, so when I share my location, oh, my phone is down charging because it's out of battery. That's not a big deal because I don't really need to show this part of it working. But when I share my location, so that's actually working. I share my location, it estimates the time here, and what it does is when I start sharing my location, it considers that to be work, which this top display is going to be for my daughter, basically. It considers the furthest point away as work, and as I get 10% closer, it'll move the servo. It's not a continuous rotation servo, SciQ, so we won't be able to make it go super fast with the stuff you sent. It's just a 180 one, and even it does. I don't even know if it goes the full 180. This one, I think that's as far as it goes in that direction, and it's the same almost on the other, but that's fine. Yeah. So the other thing it has is a buzzer. I really should just get my phone. If you want to just wait 2 seconds here, I'll go get it. Don't go too far. I gave you a thing to draw on if you wanted to draw on it. Yeah, so you're right, PsyQ. Every servo can be continuous if you hack the potentiometer out of it. I've never actually done that. I must do that sometime. Yeah, so I've got my phone, so let's show this working. Let me just enable my GPS Faker app so I don't show you where I live. Where will I be? I'll go to Wexford. Okay, I'm in Wexford. Now, go into Telegram. I'm still using the Dublin Unconference bot to do my location sharing. Right, so just delete that one. Okay, so let me show you guys here. I need to zoom further away for you to see it. So I just press this shift button or this attachment button, go to location, and I'm in wherever this is, Tesco Extra in, where did I say? Wexford. So I'm gonna send my current location. So it's saying it's gonna take me 1 hour and 51 minutes. That's to just Dublin. While I was doing like the testing and doing live streams, I didn't want to even risk the chance of showing you my coordinates for my location. So yeah, let me show you now. So this is going to Telegram, sends an update every few minutes. So that's the zeros, or yeah, that's the servo's 0 position. I think I can't. We'll check. It's either it's 0 or it's 180. I can't remember. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna move this the fake GPS app closer to Dublin. Hit play. So now when we go back into Telegram, when it updates the... Oh, did I not share my live location? Oh, I only sent my actual location. Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm out at sea or something here. So you can see I've moved that much closer to Dublin. I have no idea where I am in that, but yeah, so you can see the time has reduced down, the servo motor has moved closer. I'm not 100% sure where I'd have to move the fake GPS to actually finish it, but you can see here there's 2 neopixels, or what are these, PL9685s or something. PL9823. Oops, close enough. Yeah, so there's going to be one of them at each kind of marking along the way home meter as well, just to give it an extra little bit of style or whatever. Yeah, a bit of teleportation never hurt anyone. I wish I could teleport home from work. It would be much easier than this. But so what I'd like to do is, in between these, like, is in number 1, this is going to be in my kitchen, and for 22 hours of the day I'm not driving home from work, so I would like it to be a clock at that stage. So yeah, I just like, first thing to do is just implement a simple clock. So basically do the same kind of thing we did with the alarm clock a few months ago. That was on the ESP8266, but fetch the time from the NTP server. Also build in, you know, automatically updating time zones, because that's pretty nice. And yeah, I think that would be a good start. And yeah, I guess when I am driving home then as well, maybe you'd want to flick between showing how long it's going to take me and the time, you know, as in like show the time for 20 seconds and then loop through this and then go back to showing the time again. But first things first would be literally to just get the, like, ignoring all of this stuff, just get the ESP32. Getting the time from the NTP server would be step 1. Then getting the time zone stuff working, that would be step 2. And then integrating it back into this overall project. So yeah, it is so hot. I'm sweating here. Yeah. Like, it's 10 o'clock at night. You'd imagine it should be cold now, but nope. So, okay. Actually, do you know what might be kind of fun if we okay. 1. And let's do the dots here. NTP. Oh, that's a badass. Server. Oh, V's are tough. That looks like a Y. Looks kind of like a V. Right. So when somebody asks, this is what we're doing. Didn't learn how to draw an R the first time. There, got it. Yeah, I was about to get ice, and it's like pretty frozen. It's an old bag of ice, you know, it's all like glued together, stuck together, frozen together, I don't know. And I just didn't want to wake up my daughter, so yeah. Okay, this is the first thing we're doing, is getting an NTP server working, and we can give it a little tick when we do. Right, so first step, open Arduino IDE. Okay, Arduino IDE opened. Let's open an example from the NTP server library. Where is the NTP server library? Incompatible? Nope. Time, oh, it's just time, right? Isn't it? Time, NTP, ESP, Wi-Fi. Yeah, that was actually something I considered as well. Like, as in have yeah, a little character move along, and I ended up thinking that would mechanically would just be more difficult than just putting the servo. So like, it wouldn't be particularly hard, but it'd just definitely be more involved than just sticking a servo into the project. Like, I could still put my little character or a picture of my face or something at the end of the stick. I probably will 3D print something. Yeah, but I have tried Platform IO, but I haven't moved to it, mainly because I need to demonstrate the Arduino IDE when I'm working on stuff, so I just tend to stick with it myself. This time library supports time zones? Oh no, it's just supports time zones. It doesn't automatically change between them. Okay, so let's screen share. Alright, so this is the ESP8266 example. I'm going to presume that it is works. This is way more involved than I remember it being. Timelib? I'm pretty sure I used something else for this. Let me just check. Just when I'm opening through old code, I just want to make sure that I'm not revealing my Wi-Fi passwords. No, there is a library called NTP client, but I do not see it in my examples folder. Why do I not see it in my examples folder? That's super weird. Does it just come by default with the ESP8266 or something? Let me change to an ESP8266 just to see. Is that the case? File examples. Time NTP? No, that's definitely time lib. NTP UDP time client. Let me just Google this. ESP32 NTP Arduino. That seems pretty good. Guy's using platform IO. Where did he get the time from? Okay, so Microsoft is acquiring GitHub. Woo. Okay. NTP time ESP. So he doesn't say which one he's using either, but let's just search for it. Don't know where that's gone, but anyways. Okay, so let's go to include library, manage library. Greg, I can't believe you're giving out about my lollipop stick too. Yeah, it's installed. Where are the examples, Mr. Fabrice Weinberg? Time is also installed. Like, it does have examples, right? It does. It only has 2 folders. Library properties. It's called NTP client. So I should have examples under an NTP client. I don't seem to. Let's close you, file, new. NTP. Nope. It's not there. I don't know. Oh, anyways, let's try uninstall it, I guess, and install it. I've never seen this before. Step 1, sort my shit. It says it's installed, but I also can't, like, remove it or update it or... Okay. Now, what do we got? Examples. Still not there. That is super weird. Oh, it's here. Examples for any board. How is this not a custom library? Anyways, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get up our... Let's get up an example 1, the way home meter, because that will be configured for... That will be configured for ESP32, so I can just copy any ESP32 specific code from it. Yeah, Greg, I really liked your last video. I was hoping that I opened a huge amount of mail today for a video. Like, I recorded it, but I haven't had a chance yet to let me just save this as ESP32. I haven't got a chance to like edit it down yet. So oops, let me turn my phone on silent. Oh, interesting. Just between me and you guys, it looks like I'm going to have something in Make Magazine. I wasn't 100% sure what the story was with it, but they just asked for a headshot, so yeah. I hadn't heard anything about it since I sent it to them, so that's good. Also, today I might potentially find out if I won an Instructables competition. So I think today is the day that they're announcing it. So the microcontrollers competition, I originally meant for this project that we're working on right now to be entered into this, and I just ran out of time. And but you might notice that I have another entry that I like didn't even like. The only reason I entered it is because it is less effort to not enter it almost. Yeah, so last week I got an email to say that this was a finalist in this microcontrollers competition, and I literally like out loud WTF'd just to keep it family friendly. Because I wasn't expecting it at all. But like, if you look at the things that it's in competition with, there is not a hope of it doing anything. Like this magnet levitation flower pot. Like, I don't think I can compete with that. But anyways, so like, it's one of the finalists, and so we'll see what happens. Surprise finalist. I was super surprised. I was the most surprised out of everyone. I had to be, because like it's just basically a write-up of that video of that display that's below me there. But yeah, and if you haven't actually checked out my Twitter, one of the viewers, you see him in the chat a good bit. Let me just move this off for a second in case I have anything uploaded that I don't want you seeing. I know there wouldn't be really too much, but you know, guy gotta have his secrets. Leo in the chat made this out of the display, which is pretty cool if you ask me. So it's really simple. He's just literally, he drew 10 images out, or I think it's 10, and he just draws them one after another with a 100 millisecond delay, or no, 100 millisecond delay between them, and it makes a pretty cool animation. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't even have anything nice like that in it, but yeah, it was nice surprise. But anyways, so we'll see what happens with that. I'd imagine nothing, but yeah, so everything's coming up Brian apparently. Okay, and it is still roasting. Okay, going to need to do the old secret.h technique. Yeah, I actually have a router that I could do that with. Let me actually show it to you. You preempted me with that. So this is the router I used for the wedding lights project, and as you can see, it is super small. But it has a WAN port and a LAN port on it. So like, yeah, I could definitely just put in like fake credentials for this and create a Wi-Fi point. There is, excuse me, potentially some issues around like if I need to do something on my PC that also gets to it. I'm not too sure. It's possible that my router supports guest networks too. I haven't actually even checked. It's actually kind of funny given the topic of the make thing that I'm talking about. We'll see it whenever it comes out, because I have no idea what happened with it or what form it's in now or whatever. But for now, we'll go with the old tried and trusted secret.h. Yeah, I've showed my Wi-Fi password on stream before too, so I don't know exactly what I'm protecting with it, but yeah, we'll try. We will try. Okay, did I change the name of something there? Yes. Wi-Fi password. Let me just try compile this because I don't want it to yes, okay, that's also fine. Is it? Yeah, this actually runs off micro USB as well, so it also runs off a power bank. Yeah, I think it was like $12 or something. It was pretty cheap anyways. Yeah, normally if I was like in the field or if I wanted to just demo something, I would just use my use the hotspot on my phone because like I wouldn't have internet if I did this thing. It does have a USB port, so you can actually plug in USB modems to it, but I don't have I have USB modems, but I don't have a SIM card to give those modems internet. So yeah. Okay, so let me change my board to Lowlin. Where is it? Wemos Lowlin. I passed it like 6 times. Ah yes, that's the Brexit prices for us. Yeah, I can order off Amazon.de as well. I think postage is maybe like €7 or something. So with Amazon.co.uk, I get free postage over £25. So like I would normally order off Amazon.co.uk, but I have definitely ordered from European Amazons in the past. Because they were cheaper. There used to be pretty good websites for like comparing across the different Amazons. So if you wanted to search for that TP link router or whatever, you would just search this one website and it would tell you where it was the cheapest. Okay, so let's upload. Oh, sorry, I've not been sharing my screen. Yeah, so I didn't really do anything in this. This is the basic example using Wi-Fi.h instead of whatever the ESP one is. I think it's a UDP client or something. Oh, it's a Wi-Fi client? I don't know. Yeah, I didn't really make any changes to this. Just added the secret.h. That's pretty much all I've changed. So let's see what it comes out with. Yeah. So has anybody been building anything cool recently? I didn't do much in the way of making this weekend. I did, however, while this is still, oh, it's done uploading. The time is wrong, but it is working. No, it's not working. That's thinking the time is... Oh, it started working literally just there before I clicked the reset button. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's the time. It's wrong. Because I'm in daylight savings time, but it is getting the time off the internet now. So, okay, that's NTP working. So now, time to add the time zone stuff into it. So let's bring up the alarm clock. Did I have it up here? Yep. Okay, so yeah, so these are the changes I made to the example. Basically, Wi-Fi.h instead of ESP8266 Wi-Fi.h. That's pretty much all I changed. Yeah, so let's get us some daylight savings time. Yeah, I saw you were getting NeoPixels working with Golang. I actually don't know anything about it. Like, not a single thing to... hold a conversation with you about this. This is an old version of my alarm clock. So let's open a newer one, but let's open it off screens in case it's... in case I open anything weird. No, desk plus me. That's what we want. Let's go to documents. Arduino alarm clock. Alarmclock.ino. Yeah, here we go. So we need a time zone. Let's bring back the screen share. Okay, so let's do a save as, and instead of basic, we'll call this NTP with time zone. You got 25 meters of WS2811 LEDs for £5 in a market. Man, I don't know where you would buy those in Ireland. I don't think you would. That's awesome though. Yeah, so I actually went to the Aran Islands with my wife and daughter yesterday. The Aran Islands are... sorry, I went to one of the 3 Aran Islands. They're islands off the coast of Galway. £1 per roll for 5 meters. Yeah. How densely populated are they? Yeah, I actually need to get some more. I have a couple, but yeah, can never have enough. Yeah, so I went to the Aran Islands yesterday. It was absolutely glorious day. It was really nice actually. And then today I was, let me show you what I was doing today. I was basically tidying up. I know it's pretty dark in there now. Every time I try show you this, it's super dark. I think it's just because it's so bright here, it's adjusted to that. But yeah. I also, you can kind of just about make it out there, but where am I? That's my solder oven up on a shelf, so that's plugged in, ready to go for the first time in its life since it got here. So yeah, I am actually ready to start using that. Nice. That is super awesome. Yeah. What are you thinking about making with it? Like, some of the projects I have in mind for mine are an infinity mirror, an LED matrix that isn't like that. It's like the square blocks. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the oven working too. As I mentioned earlier, I had a lot of, I opened stuff for a post bag today, and like, spoiler alert, one of the things I got in it, or two of the things I got in it, were SMD solder kits, so I can I actually have something to solder now, so yeah, exciting times. Okay, so let's bring over this time zone that I've modified, but I remember Michael telling me that he didn't need to make any modifications, so I need to figure that out some other time, but I guess it already has the modification now anyway, so so who cares. Excuse me. Where is the time zones? Time zone time. Here we go. I only really need the UK time zone. All you other people can get lost. No, I'll copy all of them. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. If you do, Gavin, make sure to enter it into the Instructables competition. They have one for clocks at the moment. Well, like, if you want, you know, but I definitely would. It also kind of gives you an incentive to get it done too. Like, yeah, so you can see here, there's going to be pretty stiff competition in this one. I'm probably going to enter what we're working into it as well, but like, the competition is like 3 days old or something, and there's already some like super cool ones. Like this hanging gear clock looks pretty impressive. This Neo or the LED cube clock looks pretty impressive. That's even without digging into these things as well. So Nixie clock with Westminster chimes. Yeah. Like, I definitely wouldn't worry about like what the competition is. Like like there'll be a lot of people who, you know, as I said, this is super early into it. Like, but I'd say there's a few people who had these projects made up and they just didn't write them up because they didn't have a competition to enter them into. So like, this could be the cream of the crop basically. But like, the other thing as well is the project might be good, but the Instructables mightn't be the best. Like, yeah, looks okay. But yeah, like, do you have everything you need to go make this now? Yeah, you probably do. But you know, a lot of it's about the Instructables too. Big Ben is out. Is it not working? Gavin, you have so many LEDs. I'm just reading up through your messages there, that you could cut them. Like, if you look at where is it, NTP with time zone, if you look at Great Scott's version of a LED matrix, he cuts them all. Now, he's insane. Like, it's so much soldering. But what I actually did for one that I've finished is I cut every second one. So like, this strip was, you know, there was an LED and then there was a bit of the strip and then there was the second LED. So they didn't sit in the center of each of their squares, but it doesn't matter because the light gets diffused anyways. So like, that saves a good bit of soldering, but you know, it's definitely possible. But what I would say is, what you're better off doing with those types of LED matrices is working around this strip, I would say. Let me actually show you something, because I know we're getting very distracted here, but sure, it's all interesting, isn't it? This is another one of my projects that's on my ever-growing to-do list. So, these are laser cut inserts. So I won't push them in because they're a pretty tight fit, so they're hard enough to get out. But I designed these especially around I think it's the 60 per meter LEDs. So they fit. This fits into a Riba frame from IKEA, and then has the gap for, you know, I should in theory be able to just put down one strip and it'll like cover them all. It does work literally just about. My spec is fine and the laser cut is fine. The LED strip isn't exactly to spec, so like, it's not quite whatever the gap is meant to be for each one it's like 0.5 millimeter out, so by the time it gets to the end it's just a bit whatever. But I've made a LED matrix without one of them, or you know, by hand. It's so awful. It's the worst. Like, it's at least 10 minutes per one of these things. It's more, I think. I can't even remember. I hated every minute of it. And like, I never made a video about that because like I have hours and hours of recording, of this video. I just have no interest in going through and editing it. So yeah, don't do it. If you can get it laser cut or something, absolutely do. They're normally too big for a 3D printer, but yeah, laser cut, way to go. Like, I think that was less than €20, so for all of them. Thanks to Mike Swan in the chat for pointing that to me. Yeah, that was actually funny. I can't remember if I was saying it to you before, Mike, about that. So Mike followed me on Twitter, and normally when somebody follows me on Twitter, I just look through their posts just to kind of see, oh, what are they into or whatever. And like, just maybe I had already worked on designing up that shape, and I just hadn't gotten it printed, and I even emailed a couple of people, I think, and maybe like 3 tweets down on Mike's Twitter was was these things, exactly what I had designed. And like, I just I had to DM him, and I was like, what is the story with those? Like, where did you get them done? And he told me where he got them done, and they were the cheapest place by an absolute mile. So yeah, thanks, Mike. Okay, so let's keep going with this. Yeah, Hassler, that would actually work. Yeah, you see my printer is just 20 by 20, but yeah, 30, you definitely get them done in 30. Yeah, so you could 3D print it. It's a good idea. It'll probably take a while, but I guess it doesn't need to be that thick, and you could do, if you're 30 by 22, you could probably do a few of them. So they're just over 23 long, and they're under 3 deep. So that's true, actually. I never thought about printing diagonally. My printer's not the best, and to print out 14 of these or whatever, I would actually gladly pay €20 to get them laser cut. Yep. So cool. So I've got that. Let's load in my time zone. Where do I load in my time zone? Load config, save config, sound alarm, loop, time client. Where do I load in my time zone? Converts UK time to local. Okay. I don't have formatted time again then, but that's fine. So is that me done? UK to local time client, get epoch time. I could just print this thing. Unless the time client has something that lets me print nicely. Let's check that out. Documents, Arduino. Oh, you're not looking at my screen. Oh yeah, you're right, Michael. I completely forgot about that. If you could print as if you could print an entire grid, that would be pretty perfect, actually. This length, that 23, using the ribbon frame, that's taking out the little insert. Do I have one? Not too handy. That's taking out the little insert, but if you included that insert and if you put your printout inside that, which is the only visible, like that's all that will be visible through the frame anyways, that would definitely fit. Yeah, okay, so where am I? NTP, no, I want libraries, time zone, source, time zone.h. Can I open with Atom? Sure. Man, I really want a better 3D printer. Come on, Atom, open up. UTC is DST. Okay, cool. So I can do to... No, that's converting UTC. Okay, so there's no format, which is a pity. That's fine. We'll live without it. We could probably pull the format out of the NTP library, because that's surely doing it. NTP client, let's look at your NTP client. There is format, get formatted time. Okay, so it's pretty much just doing what I was doing. So let's pull that into our... Okay, we just need to return back a string, get formatted time. It takes a time object. What does it take? What is this dot time? I need the header. It's just unsigned long. Which is fine, right? So where is it? Unsigned long. Let's do this raw time. That should actually cover me, I think. Yeah, I think this will actually cover me. So if I just do get formatted time, pass in epoch. Let's see how we go. Let's upload it. Yeah, I am really looking forward to using the reflow oven. Just curious to see how it works out. Because I know I've mentioned it loads of times, but like I do want to get into... I want to make a board this year. At least one. Possibly more than one. Yeah, a few of them that I'd like to make boards for would be the alarm clock. Definitely want to make one for the alarm clock. It's just a nice simple project, really, and I think it would be nice to make small, and yeah, might make a nice kit for people. That is the correct time. Formatted. Okay, so we haven't been updating our thing here. So NTP server. I don't know. Anytime I'm filling out an RGB value, I'm always like red, green, blue. Okay, let's do a little tick. It's not the best tick, but it's better than nothing. Okay. So I should have updated this already to say times up, time zones. Excuse me. That looks kind of like it too. Now it looks much less like it too. Now it looks... It's very Z-y, but yeah, why don't I do that? Because I'm stupid, that's why. Time. Nope, too many. Time. I can do better than this. Time zone. Adding the delete button was the best feature I ever put into this web draw thing. Because I'm not a very good drawer. I don't know, that looks... Yeah, perfect. Who cares? Close enough. Okay, so step 3, integrate. Yeah, integrate. NT. Let's get rid of that one. NT. Great. The E's, I just have to do capitals. Okay. Let's get rid of this guy. Yeah. Let's see, has anybody been trying to draw? No, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't down again. Hey, Unexpected Maker, how's it going? Okay, so now we want to take all this stuff and throw it into the way home-o-meter. Oh, you ruined it. You did actually change it there. It's just hard to see. That doesn't really help a huge amount, but yeah, you did replace one of the red lines, or one of the red dots in the T with a yellow one. I'll tweet out a picture later. You were successful. Yeah. Okay, so let's jump into it. Where is my way home meter? It's my way home meter. Yeah, I like how I have a dot on my M now. I didn't do that. He's trying, but missing. Yeah, okay, so way home meter. It is an additional library. NTP UDP. That isn't an additional library, that's just a library. So we'll pull that in. We need to pull in time zone. I have to keep an eye on unexpected maker now. I don't. Oh, he's getting rid of stuff. Very clever. Who knows what he'll draw? Like I posted on Reddit about doing this in terms of like this is what we did on Saturday morning, and nearly every comment was like, "Don't trust the internet." It's like it's okay. We're among friends here. Yeah, no, I did a little clip of just Dave Darko typing in hi, and like there was at least 6 comments that thought it was gonna say Hitler. I was like, okay. I see. Okay, so let's get formatted time. Let's bring that in. Let's just throw it down. Let's throw it down here. It's a useful one to have. It'd probably be better if it was in the time zone library, to be honest. But anyways. Yeah, it's hard when it's this small as well. You did manage to dot the I though, with a green. The color is not great. Hey Sil, how's it going? Yeah. Yeah, well, it's easier when you're drawing because you just need to stay relative to yourself. But, yeah. Okay. That is the best dotted I. See, this is why I implemented this, so you could dot my I's and cross my T's. That integrate T could do with being a little bit more crossed, I think. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we pulled in that. I want to pull in my time zone. I'm just gonna pull in my time zone this time. Yes, you would have to replace your time zone more than likely. British Standard Time. So we gotta get formatted time. We have time zone, that's fine. We pulled in the time zone library. We need this, we need these, UDP. Let's throw them up here. Okay, so time, oops. Let's throw time client into our setup. Time client up again. I think I can just do a time client update basically all the time. I don't think that's gonna hurt. Okay, so let's check that this compiles first, and then we'll get it displaying on screen. Yeah, yeah, that's it. As I've said to you before, Sion, this is an open source project. If you'd like to provide those features, feel free. I'm always open for pull requests. No, there's not any lines or anything. There is what there is. Nothing. There is dots, and that's all you can do. Nice. My integrate ore now has a little snot hanging out of it. Thanks, Sil. Yeah, it's actually it is a good idea to let you work away at this stuff while I do while I do stuff. Where is the URL for this GitHub? Goodness me, Microsoft GitHub. Twitch draws LED matrix. This is the worst code. I actually don't know where that would belong. I guess it would probably need to be in both. Okay, there's your that's the bot code, and then the look at the readme. Set up the display as described here, except I don't link to anything. Man, I'm good. Nice. Where is it? Web draw. Yep. So the display with WebSockets is the WebSocket code running on the actual Arduino. So I guess if you wanted to draw lines, it would be most efficient to do that on the Arduino, I guess. You send a line command to the Arduino. Ooh, it's now indignate. Yeah. If it gets bad, I have this big clear button up the top that just blows it away anyways. So I feel it's safe enough. Ooh, I obviously started doing work on some other feature and I never finished it off. Yeah. What is going on with that poor integrate button or integrate sentence? Yeah, it's probably too slow to be able to yeah, like somebody suggested, it was actually Harry. I can never remember his second name when I'm thinking. Harry. It's not my channel, it's my subscriptions. Harry Wiguna was suggesting, oh, you should, like, next feature would be to enable people writing text, and that would actually be pretty easy to implement, but like it would only take one bad egg to come in here and like instantly write something awful. Like, you can kind of see if somebody is trying to draw something bad or whatever. I can press the clear button, or if other people in the chat could delete it at the one time. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. I guess, I don't know, that's some of... I think at some stage I am going to leave it running, like as in put it in the Twitch draws, or sorry, Twitch plays category, like not on one of the regular stream times, just like literally on Saturday or something. Yeah, I wouldn't learn JavaScript off that code either. It's awful. Like, to be honest, it's pretty... like it's crap, but like at the same time, you'd easily be able to figure out sending a new command, I would say. Yeah. Okay, so this compiled, so let's upload it and make sure that it worked. Twitch IRL streamer for donations could play sounds, and somebody played a beeping sound while he was out. Yep, that sounds about right. So I'm not huge into Twitch in terms of I don't watch a huge amount of Twitch, but like I do enjoy like Twitch fail compilations and stuff like that, and like there's some streamers who seem to just be out to like get their viewers to do stuff like that to them, because say for example, I don't know what this guy's name is, but he looks kind of Asian, and he takes a lot of Ubers or something, and he's streaming while he's taking the Ubers, and I'm pretty sure he's in like Asia while he's doing it, and you know, so like he has his like donation to text on, and like the donation, yeah, Asian Andy, it is Asian Andy actually. He has donations to text on, and like it's all stuff like, great that you got the Uber driver, now let's go kill him or something, and you know, which is like embarrassing for Asian Andy. Well, I guess he probably is used to it now, but like he absolutely leaves that on because, you know, like every one of those is minimum $5 or whatever, like so he's doing okay out of it. And like I saw one as well where he had his Alexa in earshot, and sorry if I just turned on people's Amazon device, but you know, like he was absolutely leaving that on to get them to just mess around with his Alexa, you know, as in buy whatever sex toys or whatever, add sex toy to shopping list. But yeah, maybe I think like there is a category of people who like that stuff is their, I guess that's the only reason I know who he is, because that sort of stuff made it to a Twitch fail compilation. So yeah, okay. So we have our time client update, so we can I actually can't remember what this library lets you do. It is the Beta Fruit. It's none of those. It's this Max 72019. It's just set text, scroll text left. Okay, so again, I actually don't really know what this library does, so I'm gonna go look at it. Max 7219. Show me what you got. Let's open Atom. Let's drag in this LED matrix.h. Okay, so set carrier width, set intensity, set alignment, draw text. Draw the currently set text at the current offset. No. Set column. Specify a column with a byte value for the frame buffer. Okay, so I can't just like make it be in the middle of the screen. I'd have to scroll text left lots of times. I also included the ESP code in that. It's in that LED matrix WebDraw library. Yeah. So. You seen how? No, I didn't see that with the DreamHack thing. Ooh, Cyril's drawn a nice picture here. It doesn't look. It looks better in person than it does on that screen, on that webcam. That webcam is just like a cheap Xbox 360 webcam. There are only 4 files in the repo. Yeah, it's just display with WebSockets. That's the ESP code. That's all there is. It's tiny. It just literally takes the WebSocket connection and displays it. That's it. I'll put. I'm gonna sacrifice some of the edge of the screen here. Okay, from there. Doing some arts and crafts. How long is the screen? It doesn't look tall enough, but I didn't measure it. It's tall enough. Okay, to about there. It's not greatly cut out, but you can see the colors now, at least, I guess. Yeah, nah, that'll do. It's a little bit fuzzy for you, but it's probably better than it was, because you can now see the colors, at least. Go to the URL I posted. Okay. I added blurry vision. Yeah. That's the URL I posted. Yeah, I have a load of hard drives as well. I have no idea what's on them. I should just give them the old drill treatment at this stage. Yeah, okay, so that's weird. I have to scroll left like a manual amount of times. Ooh, just calculate text alignment offset. What's that do? Let's take a look. Calculate text alignment offset. Text align left. Okay, so I can set the text alignment to be like at the right end. Okay. Where do I do that? LED matrix. Set text alignment. Okay. I can do text alignment right end. Okay. Cool. Let's give that a go. Yeah, you can't push changes directly to my repo. They're my repos. You have to fork them and push them to your own repos and then raise pull requests. Yes, let's move at him. Well, I haven't done anything yet. I've just been... Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can't see there. What I was looking at was... I was looking through this library to see how I could put things in. Yeah, I'll come up with a better solution for that at some stage, that being the thing below me. Not on stream. Well, I've never actually played XCOM. Either of them. Like, there is two now, isn't there? I don't play a huge amount of games at the moment. I play a bit of Pro Evolution just as a offline, feeling lazy, just sit on the couch kind of a game. And then I play PUBG and Overwatch is the only real games I play at the moment. Yeah, so I was trying to figure out how I could just like set the text somewhere, and I saw this calculate text alignment, and then I went searching for what that was. So basically, end of text is just outside the left side of the display. End of text is aligned to the right of the display. So I think that is what I want, right? Because it should be there. So I'm just going to display the time where the edge of it is there. So yeah, blurry vision. Ooh, more people are drawing stuff. I mostly look at the chat on no. Buddies don't let buddies push straight to master. No, I haven't enabled anybody to be able to push to master. You gotta fork and go through pull requests, and I'm gonna review your code very strictly. Okay, so let's try that out. So okay, so where am I? I've got my way home meter, and I've got my NTP. So I need to get my unsigned long. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's add a new string up the top, and string message. String. I guess it's part of the string message. No, it's not. A time string. Bool. Showtime. Showtime. Okay. So okay, so we do a time update. Let's do show time equals true. And we can set it to be false when we get a start. There's two repos. I posted two of them, and one has Arduino code in it. The second one, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. I'll link to it again. That's the one that has the Arduino code. WebDraw. Because all it's doing is being a WebSocket server. I guess I should separate it out even more. That there's just, I don't know. I haven't decided. It's not really a full project, so I haven't really put a lot of thought into it. But yeah, it's fine. Where are we here? So okay, I also wasn't showing you what I was doing there. So Yeah, I've added a time string and a show time thing. So I guess I'll take this and I will, that's fine, get epoch time unsigned long. No, not string, because I already have a string, but I forget what it's called. Time string. Yeah, I'm probably doing that too much if I do it here. Like I could just throw it in here actually. So time to check happens every second at the moment, so yeah, this will do fine in here. So that will slow down the requests out for the NTP, which is good. So this display code, if new data, set the screen message, else if if showtime. Alright, unexpected maker, I look forward to your pull request. See you later. Okay, string time. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is set this text alignment. Where are we? Wait, home meter. Else if showtime, if should be up there. Set text alignment. It should be LED matrix dot set text alignment. I'm also going to need to do that above text align right. Set next text. It's this thing that is driving the display, so I guess it's if that is showing, I guess, yeah, it should be maybe up here if showtime do this thing, else do that thing. Which is this. What are you doing there? Let's get rid of you. If showtime, if set text alignment. Hey Slayer Dart, how's it going? Not sure if I've seen you here before, so welcome to the channel if you're new, and sorry if I have seen you here before and I forget. I'm not great with names. Yeah, good. Still very warm. My water is now gone. It shouldn't be this warm in Ireland. Sorry about that. So yeah, it shouldn't be this warm in Ireland at 11:15. But yeah, cool. Are you working on anything interesting at the moment in your side projects? Sil is drawing. I think you're drawing a square around the entire thing, right? It's looking good though. Yeah. Okay, what do I want to do now? I want to take this time string. Oh, that's interesting. What does it automatically generate about the README? Does it like make documentation in terms of like I don't know, can I advertise the public? At the moment I'm building a REST API in Django that I will query. Okay, yeah, that seems pretty cool. I actually haven't really used Python too much, or really at all. I've like done one project. Yeah. Time string. So that would be set, not next text. It would be set text, isn't it? Let's set text. Set text, yeah. Where is it? Set text time string. Yeah. And knowing what conditions are success for URL receives it. Yeah, that seems really cool. See, LED matrix, I guess I probably need to set the text alignment first. Then I guess I draw the text, and then I commit. Put in this delay, I guess, as well. Why not? Yeah, I think it's gonna get rid of my way home meter. Well, there's at least a second here. We'll see how it goes. If it even compiles. It's pretty hacky. That eye looks like it's on stairs or something. Pool showtime. Oops. Yeah, if we could get this integrated, I would see that as a pretty big success. If time now is greater than time now is not declared in scope. Oops. Unsigned time now. Okay, let's give that a go. What is way home meter? Well, let me show you. Way home meter is this project here. My webcam is very loose. Let me tighten that up a small bit because it's probably about to fall. Let me fix that code before I go, because it'll give me some time to draw on it. Sil is trying to ruin my electricity bill by turning red LEDs to white LEDs. Yeah, so way home meter is it's an ESP32, a MAX 7219 display, a servo motor, a buzzer, and there's a couple of neopixels there as well. So what it is going to be, let me just grab it. It's going to be a project that I mount in a frame like this. So I just drew on the IKEA paper that came with it, but it's going to have a little dial here, so that's the servo motor, and the screen is going to be here. And so what it's going to do is it's going to sit in my kitchen. When I'm leaving work, I'm going to share my live location with Telegram. Excuse me. And it's going to take my coordinate data that it gets from Telegram, make a request to the Google Maps API, and display like my live travel time here. Or sorry, my live estimated like arrival time to my house. And then just for my daughter as well, because she's not even 2 yet, the servo motor is going to show how far away I am. So like when I start it, that's going to be 100%, and then every 10% it's going to get closer and closer. Yeah, that's it. It estimates when I'm going to get home. Done uploading. I have a big fat 0. That's not great. Let's see, does it change to anything else? So it got the epoch time and returned a 0. No, it doesn't constantly query. Well, it depends on what your definition of constantly is. So at the moment, every time Telegram sends an update to the live location, it goes and makes that request. But it'd be maybe like 3 times a minute max, and it would only be running while I'm going home, so it wouldn't be making a huge amount of requests. Is there anything in the serial monitor that makes... No, nothing really. I think I might need to figure out what's wrong here. Am I missing starting of a... No, start my time client. Yep, that's exactly it. So you can see here's the get Telegram data. If the message it sends has a longitude and latitude value, it gets the travel time, which is... Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. This is the get Telegram data. If the message that we get from Telegram contains a longitude and latitude value, it does the get travel time. Yeah. Yeah. So no, it seems like a pretty complicated project, but it's actually not too bad. Yeah, I hear you. I've an absolute ton of them too. No. But time to figure out what's wrong with this one. Time now equals millis when due to check. Right, like that should have happened. So I'm guessing something returned back null. So I have my time zone here, UK BST. I suppose the first thing I do is print out what comes back in the serial print. Yeah, aren't we all? Aren't we all? I think buying from like AliExpress and stuff doesn't help, because you know, you think about a cool project and rather than just doing it, you buy the stuff and then 2 weeks to 14 weeks later it arrives, and you know, you've thought of 10 other projects in the meantime. So yeah. but we are where we are. Yeah, like I was looking at the amount of stuff I have at the moment, and it's crazy. I must I've talked about it a few times, but maybe doing like a lab tour. I wouldn't really call what I have a lab because I don't really have any lab equipment, but yeah, just kind of showing off I call it my office. Yeah, there was a good few things that I wanted to get sorted before I did it, and they're starting to come along. I don't know if we'll be able to see it now, but one of the last things I need to sort out is no, that room is it's just dark over there. There is a bookshelf in front of my window that I'd really like to get rid of. That was in this corner. It was right here actually. But yeah, I replaced it with a desk instead. So oops, I'm going the wrong way, am I? Nope. There we go. Right, still zeros. What do you got for me, serial monitor? Not a lot, apparently. Epoch 2, Epoch 55. Okay, so there is something wrong with my time client. It's not getting me right time. Maybe I need to do that outside of here. Yeah, that sounds like a cool project. Hey, David Watts, how's it going? Or David J. Watts, I have to address you by your proper title. Yeah, how's things? Yeah, the remote blinds, that's something I'd like to do as well. Curtains, like, are they on like a curtain pole? I'd imagine that would be kind of tough. Like the blinds are a little bit easier because there's already a mechanism and it's just like integrating into that or whatever. But okay, that looks healthier in terms of the epoch number, but the yeah, don't envy you at all with that one. Okay, so I see a 2, which you would think is the start of 23, but it's way over to the left, way over to the right, and it's also flickering pretty weirdly. I guess that's something to do with what I'm doing here. Where are we? Set text alignment. Text align right. You would imagine that that would cover me. Oh yeah, I'd call them curtains too. I wouldn't call them drapes. I'd probably know what you're talking about if you said drapes, but the end of text is just outside the left side of the display. End of text is just outside. Beginning of text is just outside the right end of display. I don't know how to. Maybe it's text align left. Text is aligned to the left side of the display. Let's try that. What did I do there? I did Control X instead of Control C. Wrong one. Let's change screen so you can actually see what I'm doing. That would be helpful. I pressed Control C instead of Control V there. Oops. Tab. Yeah. I could just scroll the text kind of manually, but that seems like an awful way of doing it. Like I can just scroll text to the left a few times, but I don't know. If we have to do it, we'll do it, but I guess. Okay, where are we? Done uploading. Oh, it's too big. That's disappointing. Okay, so I'm gonna have to manually adjust it. 0, 0, 0. Where is my formatted time? So if it's, let's get rid of the seconds. It's still not gonna fit though. It's crazy. It's got 4 digits. That's weird. Anyways, why is it showing 0, 0, 0, 0? So let's get rid of the seconds, anyways. Or we can keep it in, but we just won't put it in our second string. Still doesn't make it fit. Okay, that's better. 23, 32. Like, it's really annoying that that there's this much space either side. It's like, just tighten that up a little bit, it'll be perfect. But I don't have an option to do that. That's disappointing. Okay, we got it on the screen though, but yeah. Rats, drats and double drats. Proportional fonts needed. Yeah, I don't know. The library I'm using doesn't have font choices. It only has the font that it has, as far as I know. Yeah, CP437 font. Maybe there's a better library to use. LED. Let's search Max 729. Let's bring in a Max 7219 ESP32 library. CPP utils. This is not going to be an Arduino project, is it? Set LED, set number, set digit, set char. Guide for using the... Yeah, this is basically what I want, but what library do you use? LED control library function. Not what I'm looking for. This one does not, but maybe there is one that does. 7.2 Arduino library. Also works with the teensy. CD demo matrix. What do you got for me? Shut down. Set brightness, clear the display, set row. Nope, this doesn't have font. Nick Gammon. What you got for me in the examples, Nick? 3 years old. Very little in the way of forks and stuff, so I don't know if that's the way to go. It's the right stuff. Does it work with an ESP? Again, last updated 3 years ago. And I know some of these don't work with the ESP. I guess if it's good, it's good. Ooh, what has Greg shared here? Time to try the Parola library. Ooh, this looks nice. Last updated a month ago. Has a huge amount of stars, including me. That was nice of me. So on display. They've certainly got a huge amount of libraries, and it has a dependency on this. Please refer to the... Okay, let's give this a go. I obviously meant to give it a go at some stage myself. I'll have to edit the max72xx.h file to configure the type of matrix you're using. Huh. Strange. Cool. Yeah, let's give that a go. So let's just make a new one. I'm just gonna see if this library works first. I'm just gonna do something simple. So this is MD. I presume I can install it through the library manager. MD max. Yes. And the one below me here. Jeez, it's a pretty big library actually, the MD Parola one. It's okay, it's full of great examples, or at least examples. Let's see if they're great. MD Parola. So do I need it even? Message serial Pacman push wheel message ST. Okay, so let's try Parola scrolling ESP8266. scroll left, web response. Maybe I don't need it to be ESP8266. That looks like it's doing a lot of internet stuff, which I don't really care about at the moment. Feature rich, yeah, it certainly looks it. Hello, enter new message. New message available. Just the example isn't exactly like super easy, is it? I'm looking for just hello world, and there we go. Parola hello world seems to be it. So let's try 00, 00, comma 00. Is what I want to do. Let's see if that works. I better put in my right I have way too many things open, screens open, but that's alright. Clock pin I have is 14. Data pin is 12, I think. Yeah, I don't know if I'm using the hardware SPI pins. So let's do that. I'll figure that out again. So let's try upload this. Let's see. Did the UK have a bank holiday today, David? I don't think so. Did you have one last weekend though? The US had one last weekend. It's funny, like people in the US, oh, what's this holiday for? Because you know all their holidays are like Labor Day or whatever day. So it is a much thinner font, so it's gonna fit more on it, but yeah. That doesn't look quite right. So I'm guessing this PA center is something to do with it. Let's look at one of the other examples. MD Parola. Let's print test. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. I presume I'm a generic module. What else do we got? Not that. Ooh, nice. Set character space, and that will be useful. To display coordinates, all other functions, hardware. Well, I definitely amend that one. I'm not really this one either. I don't know. Hey, Sion, welcome back. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe if I did something that wasn't 0000, it might give us more clues to what's wrong. Ugh, I keep trying to save the example. No, thank you. Sion, since you left, we decided we needed a new display driver. Because the font on that other one doesn't fit 0000. Well, isn't that interesting? So, yeah, it's pretty messed up where it is. Yeah, no, this is completely wrong. So it's got one here backwards, two backward. Everything's just backwards. Even the fact that the fours edge things here is in here. So don't know. Oh, they're the two dots. Yeah, it doesn't really help too much, this refer to documentation. See, not at the top of example see note at the top. Yeah, no, I opened that URL and went looking at it, but I don't see how. Man, this H file is massive. I'm sorry. You weren't really looking at what I was looking at. Subpage, page hardware. Man, this is so in depth. Okay, the linked page is here. So the module I have is a pretty standard one that has the four like things connected together, and I just don't see any mention of that in this hardware pages. Like, I looked through these, and like even the way that they have it like this, mine isn't that. Like 7219. Let's change one setting. Yeah, I'm looking for this one setting. Use generic hardware. I could try generic hardware. Couldn't hurt. Alright, hello world. I'd say I might need to tell it to scroll to the left as well, or rotate. To answer your question earlier, Sion, for the LED matrix, yeah, it just didn't fit right. So, but like the zeros were pretty fat. Yeah, so that one is actually a bit better. It's just sideways. It just needs to get rotated now. Hopefully it supports rotation. Control, update, wraparound, shut down, scan limit, transform, shift, rotate clockwise. Okay. Transform type. Where do I do that? Transform type. First device. Control request. Okay, so maybe one of the bazillion examples shows me how to rotate the text. No, wrong one. Pac-Man message, hardware eyes, scroll, robot eyes, print text. X729 message. MX control update. Oh, sorry. I'm not sharing my screen. Yeah, so I'm just looking at. So I see here in transform types that one of the transform types that it supports is rotate clockwise 90 degrees. So I guess that's what I need to do. That looks pretty useful, David. Thank you. Let me just check now. So adapting the library. It's fine. Determining new hardware configurations. Let me pull that into your screen as well. Digits are mapped to rows and columns. So maybe it's just a case of enabling one of these. Set to 1 if the max 7 to blah 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 digits are mapped to the rows on the matrix. So yeah, it seems to be the other way around at the moment. Where is that? Use local font. Where was that? lib.h hardware dig rows. Is that in here? No. MD max 7 to XX. It seems like they've changed it. I am still here. I'm tired and confused, but I'm still here. Oh, there's always problems. I'm looking at a new library for the Mac 7219 display, because here we go, transform. Param. Okay, we can try this. I think I see use FC116. C116. Where is that? So you use this as 1 and everything else is 0. Okay, I'll give that a go. Parola, hello world. Let's upload it and see how it goes. Yeah, I was just looking there as well while that's uploading. The transform is here. Force an update of one buffer used when auto updates have been turned off. No, that's not what I'm looking at here. Apply a transformation of the data in the specified device. I thought I was looking at one that did all the devices, but anyways. Copy row, build font index. Yeah, there is multiple different transforms. Apply a transformation to the data in all devices. The buffer for all devices can be transformed using one of the enumerated. Might work, not sure, but let's hope that the print test worked. And let me let you in on a little secret. It did. Cool. So that is what I'm gonna go for instead. So thank you, Greg. That looks pretty good. Yeah, so it is 12 o'clock here in 2 minutes time, so I'm going to finish up there. Pretty tired and I have work in the morning, so yeah, as part of my commitment to be better at uploading these videos to YouTube, I'm going to start downloading it now, and then hopefully in the morning we'll upload it to YouTube before I even go to work. So yeah, instead of, like, I'm pretty sure I released last Monday's one on Saturday, and I released the Mondays before that on like Thursday or something of this week, so yeah, pretty bad. But okay, cool. Thanks a lot for joining, everybody. I'll talk to you again. Have a good one. See ya.